What's up, guys? I'm here to give you a general channel update here on YouTube. We've got a lot of new subscribers recently, and I wanted to have we passed the 600 mark, we passed the 500 mark too, and I think this is a good chance for me to just sit down and talk to y'all about everything that's kind of going on, the future plans and everything. Like nothing's changing. Don't worry. If you just saw this and you thought something major was going to be said, don't worry too much, guys. You can tune out now. But there is some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. First off, we did pass the 5 and 600 number of subscribers. YouTube is once again my largest platform in followers by a pretty significant number. So thank you to everybody who subbed recently. Thank you to everyone who subbed from the Nathanias interview. Much love. Also, huge thanks to the Reddit shoutout thread people. That's a really cool thing. That was my first ever Reddit shoutout thread. I've been mentioned in like other threads a couple times, and I got mentioned in Fear Dragon's big shoutout thread. But this is the first one that like a fan made like for me, and that's so cool. That feels really good. We're gonna get used to it, guys. We're gonna have a lot more, right? Hopefully someday. So welcome if you guys are here for the first time. If you guys are new, I hope that you are here for more than just the interviews, because the interviews are like one of my favorite things to do as well, but they're not the most that I do. I actually do more non-interview content than interview content at this point. If you guys really do like what I do, I encourage you to check out my Twitter and follow me on Twitter. That's the best way to stay up to date on everything that I do. I do a lot of writing. Writing is like the breadwinner for me right now. That's like the esports money for me. I don't want to oversell this to you. It's not a lot, but if you want to see like my writing and my streams and my memes as well as my videos, then Twitter is the place to follow me. It's really important to do so. I also want to take a minute to talk about the Patreon. I do have a Patreon. It is nearing May. It is almost the end of the month, so it's time for me to push that a little bit harder again. You'll hear me talking about it on stream and stuff if you follow the streams too. This was the first month that I had the Patreon, like the month of April. I made it in March, and this was the first month paid out, and it's really cool. It makes a big difference. The videos that I make for YouTube that are not interviews are entirely like free, I guess. Like they don't make any money. My most earning YouTube video is the Artosis discussion, and that's at like $10. The Avalo meme, which is like at like almost 40K, that's somewhere around like a couple bucks if I remember correctly. It's like under $5. So if you guys want to support, like if you guys particularly enjoy the YouTube work, because here we are on YouTube, it is important for you to check out the Patreon if you can. It's the most time-consuming work and the least lucrative for me. Probably because it is the most time-consuming. Like there's an opportunity cost there, right? I could be working on writing. I could be like, even the streams. The streams don't get me any money, but they're easier to do. Streaming just requires hopping on and doing whatever for X amount of time and then hopping off. The YouTube things, it's filming, so like this, if this was a stream, we would just be here for like the 15-20 minutes or whatever it's going to be, hopefully not that long, and I'd hop off. But I'm going to record this, I'm going to edit it a little bit, hopefully not too much because I want it to be pretty off the cuff. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. For interviews, even, like interviews are sponsored content now, thank you Esports Heaven, but they're like very time consuming. I can't oversell that. I can't undersell that, excuse me. The interviews, I go at least a day, at least one 8-hour day, researching my interview subject and theory crafting the questions that I want to ask. And then the actual day of recording, there's like at least 2 hours in the actual recording of the interview, and then editing and rendering and uploading. Probably another 6 hours in there, probably. The editing's really long. It can vary depending on what kind of happened in the recording. Sometimes there's some like desync issues. Sometimes there's a lot of cuts that need to be made. So it's, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff, guys. So if you like what I do, here's like the butt of everything. If you like what I do here on YouTube, especially here on YouTube, please consider checking out the Patreon, because it would mean a lot to me. Give me some feedback on the rewards too. I'm not super satisfied with the rewards as it stands. I'm not sure how to best like present reward content or how to like have reward content. Let me know what you guys want, and maybe we can make it happen. So give me some feedback on Patreon. That was a really long-winded Patreon rant. Sorry. I want to talk a little bit about Please Pause. A couple of months ago, or maybe just like 1 month ago, I can't even remember. When Natural Expansion was announced that it was going to come back with Lycan and Morty, they said they were going to do bi-weekly episodes, and I made a video. I made a Science Corner for Root. I was like, I don't think that you need to have bi-weekly episodes in StarCraft these days. I think that there's lots of content in StarCraft 2, and I think that you could have it weekly for sure. Yeah, that wasn't right. In the drought of WCS Circuit right now, oh man, it's been really, really tough for me. You guys have noticed, I'm sure, if you like the Please Pause series, you've liked, if you liked it in the past, I haven't been uploading very many short Please Pause videos to YouTube. I don't find that it's very engaging content. I don't find that it stimulates any discussion or anything. It doesn't get a lot of viewership. And that's on good weeks, right? That's on weeks where there's like real news. Recently, there's been very little news. There's been very little controversial news, or like not controversial, but there's been very little news that would promote discussion. And it's been really, really tough. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that series. I really like doing Please Pause Live. I think taking that to Twitch was a really good idea. I think I need to focus more on Twitch wholesale. Twitch is the platform for StarCraft, I think, way more than YouTube, for up-and-coming StarCraft, I'll say. So I'm going to keep running the Please Pause Live. I love doing that with you guys. I love talking to you guys, even if you don't call in, even if it's just me sitting here looking at chat. I mean, I've developed a habit. Maybe you've seen it in this video and all the other recordings. I keep looking to the second monitor and like looking where chat should be. I love talking to you guys. I love learning from you guys. I love the discussions and debates with you guys. I consider myself to be kind of an expert on esports, at least in StarCraft 2 for sure, right? And when you guys present something to me that I didn't know before, that's fantastic. I love that. It helps me, it enables me to present viewpoints and information better to my audience. So if you haven't checked out Please Pause Live yet, if you've only seen like the VODs even, drop on by for a show sometime. I think it's a good time. So I'll keep doing Please Pause Live on the weekly. I think what I might do, at best, what I might do with Please Pause VODs, Please Pause Not Live, the 5-minute ones, that'll go to a bi-weekly format. If you like Please Pause, the 5-minute pre-recorded, edited footage, if you like those videos, please let me know and maybe recommend what I could do, possibly. I know I've said that I wanted to move it into Overwatch perpetually. We're still looking at doing that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that series. I'm going to just level with you guys. So give me your thoughts. Let me know what's up. Something else, I've been reading up on like YouTube and YouTube search algorithm. Something else that I want to mention, I've been reading up on like YouTube and the way that YouTube works and the way that the search engine works and the way to promote yourself most effectively within the system. Maybe you've noticed the thumbnails have been changing. I've been working, the descriptions in the videos is apparently very important, so I've been trying to have more lengthy descriptions, providing a little bit more context, just for like a TLDR. The tagging, there's a lot of different things. It's really tough. I think that, I don't think that very many people in StarCraft go to YouTube and look up a topic on StarCraft, right? Like, I don't think that there are very many people in the StarCraft or in the esports scene who are going to YouTube and looking up any given topic or even the game themselves. I think that people find, like, their niche channel that they like, not niche, but they find the one channel that they like or the one or two, and then they just go to that channel directly rather than searching. I used to do Yu-Gi-Oh videos in high school, and this is like 2012, I guess. So, no, this would have been earlier than that. That's when I got into StarCraft. I don't know. I don't even remember when I went in high school. A couple years ago, right? So, back when I was doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, there was no like Reddit, there was no centralized forum. There was a couple forums, like people use Pojo, but I don't really like I'm not a big forum guy like that. So for Yu-Gi-Oh, the scene at the time, people would go on to YouTube and just search Yu-Gi-Oh or plant synchro deck list, and they'd look for the specific topics that they wanted to hear about on YouTube, and then they would look at like the less viewed ones too. So we had a channel in high school that was not popular at all. It was not successful, but we could post a video that had something interesting, and it would get a couple thousand views, right? The next video that we posted, it might get like 50. But you could have that system where your video was discovered through YouTube itself. And I'm not super sure that exists anymore. I don't know that there's much of that going on in esports for sure. I'm not even sure if it exists on YouTube on whole. I know it does, but like for the very popular topics like prank videos, let's say, and like music, maybe not even music. I don't know. It's just all very interesting to talk about. I love talking about this stuff. I love learning about this stuff. I've had a lot of conversations with Fear Dragon about this at this point. It's just really cool, It's like this weird sociology thing. It's this weird technology thing. Really, really cool to learn about. Really cool to theory craft about and to think about. You can have the same conversations about manipulating like Reddit and well, not Team Liquid. I guess you just throw your topic up and see what happens. But like titling on Reddit is really important. The time when you post is really important. There's so many aspects to like Reddit and YouTube and everything, every social media thing. It's so cool to just learn about. And I have been learning about it, and it's really neat. I just wanted to let you know, I guess. I have a lot of YouTube projects that are kind of on the back burner. There are a lot of videos that I have like half fleshed out or 40% fleshed out, and that's a bit of a crime. It's my own fault for pitching projects and then kind of putting them on the wayside while I do something else. There are a lot of things that come up in esports, I've learned. Like someone will approach you to be like, hey, can you do a piece for this? And then you have to put everything aside because you want to do a piece for that because that's, it's good stuff. You have to put everything else aside, then you work on this thing, and then, later on maybe you can get back to all that other stuff. It's interesting. It's cool. It's very fluid, but it does mean that there are a lot of half-done projects and half-recorded videos, that I have on my hard drive right now. And I'll roll them out. I promise. But it's personally frustrating for me because it feels bad. It's not a lot that I can talk about. I have been thinking a lot about doing a series on older MMOs. I love free-to-play MMOs. I love them so much. I don't know why. I don't even have like this burning passion. I just kind of like them because what I'll do is I'll download like whatever MMO and I'll play it on my laptop here, and then on my second monitor I'll have like the VODs that I need to watch or a podcast that I need to watch or whatever. Like I'll be catching up on my esports stuff here and then grinding, an MMO here. It's really good for that. So recently I've been playing a lot of the Secret World, and I think that game deserves to be talked about. It's weird. I almost did this last month, but see, this is what I'm talking about, right? So you have these projects that are half fleshed out, and I have this like half recorded. I have all this game footage recorded, and I was gonna make this series happen, and then they come out and they announce we're gonna relaunch the Secret World, and we're gonna, like the old Secret World servers are gonna be just like locked to the current users only. And then it's like, well, fuck, is it worth talking about this franchise now, or do I wait, or what? It's really difficult. It's frustrating sometimes too. But I am gonna do that. I think I really want to. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, because I know that the audience that I've currently built is not super receptive to anything besides StarCraft. Speaking of which, tomorrow, Saturday, April 22nd, 1 p.m., we're going to have the League stream. I lost that bet. I'm going to stand by it. I ran a game last night just to kind of... I patched, and I was like, well, maybe I'll run a game and, get my sea legs back a little bit. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, guys. We won. I went like 4-0 in lane as support. It wasn't like kill steal support. That's not what I do. It was like, well, I got to secure the kill support. I don't like games where I have to rely on other people very much. I think that's like, it's a big gatekeeping thing for me in Overwatch. I mean, like, I like team games when I can carry, because then I'm like, this is me, like I can rely on myself to win this game, which is why I like StarCraft so much, which is why 1v1 is so good for me. I can't quite carry in Overwatch like I used to be able to do in TF2, and I definitely can't carry in League, and it pains me. It hurts me so much, guys. So please consider tuning in to the league stream tomorrow. If you guys, if you've made it this far into the update video, you must have some kind of affinity for me or something. You must be intrigued. So please find it in your hearts, tune into the league stream. I would really appreciate it because it's going to be so much more fun, so much easier to do if there are people hanging out in chat and making fun of my plays and having some banter and everything like that. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to queue with Omac a little bit, who maybe you're familiar with at this point. Hangs out in the Discord a lot. Made my StarCraft 2 overlay, which is not shit anymore thanks to him. Yeah, so please find it in your heart to tune into the Lost Bet League stream, because it's going to make things a lot better for me. The last thing that I want to talk about, if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Discord, you should, but you also won't know. I've been working with a translator for the last few months, a Korean translator. She was here as a student, and I have a friend that works with ESL, and I had the opportunity to do a couple pieces on the Korean scene, but I needed a translator in the summer. I think this was the Cebu Choya stuff. I needed a translator for that, and I didn't have one. And I ever since that point, I was just kind of like looking. So I got introduced to Yeonju, is her name, and she translated some stuff for me. She translated an awful lot for me, actually. Beyond just what, like, the articles that I've posted. I mean, even just like, hey, this just got announced, and it's an article in Korean. Can you please read this and tell me what it says? Super cool person. Really helped me out a lot. Greatly appreciate her, and all you guys should too, because the esports journey is shaped by those, you come across as you go along, and we owe Yeonju. We do. Unfortunately, she's going back to Korea, so kind of bittersweet, I guess. Pretty sad. There's no sweet. Yeah, it's just sad. But we're gonna keep in touch. She wants to keep helping, which is just amazing. That's so above and beyond. Her family's like really impressed with her and stuff. Apparently her mom like tells all of her like extended family about it all the time. Like, oh, my daughter's translating, which is super cute. She's telling me stories about like how her dad plays StarCraft and how excited he was to hear that she was doing StarCraft stuff, which is really cool. Like, it's so cool. It's so cute. So, thank you to Yeonju. We're gonna keep in touch. We might run some streams at some point. Something we talked about. I might take a day and like stay up to Korea time. We'll play some video games or whatever on stream. Could be fun. So thank you so much, Yeonju. It's something that it was worth talking about beyond just like Twitter and being sad in my Discord. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. This is longer than I wanted it to be. This is like the 5th recording of this because terrible things have happened to my files. So thank you so much, guys. Next week, it's not over, actually. I need to talk about the future. So today we're going to stream a little bit. This is the Dawn of War 3 beta day. Going to stream some of that. Next week is Austin. Should be a really good week for Please Pause Live. We're going to do brackets. If brackets are announced Thursday, they should be. A lot of people from StarCraft are going to Austin, even beyond like the casters and stuff. A lot of people will be in Austin. So there's going to be a content void next week, and I hope to slip in there for everybody who wants to watch something and can't. So we'll be streaming a lot next week. I'm going to be writing a lot next week as much as I can. We're going to have a lot of YouTube videos next week. That's the game plan, as much as I possibly can, all right? So check it out. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Get a big breadth of all of the content that I do. Greatly appreciate it. If you've made it this far into the video, and if you're still interested in what I have going on and still interested in what I have to say, thank you so much. This is the coolest thing in the world. We're going to go straight to the moon. We're building something here. You just know it. You know it, Check out the Discord if you want to chat more. I check the Discord as much as I check Twitter. Love talking to people in there. And I'll see you guys real soon. I'll see you guys later today for stream times. And I'll definitely see you tomorrow for league times, right? Please. Thanks, guys.